like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
No topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. We are Nerdities. And if you don't know who we are by now, thanks for coming to us for the first time. If you want to know who we are, I'll let you know via a classic method. That's right, kids. We got a Who's Who this week. And it has to do with the review that I'll be giving of a movie that dropped just last Wednesday. This is going to be the Nerdities TMNT Mutant Mayhem edition, specifically from that movie. So it'll give you a sense of what the characters are like if you already know the show, based on who I'm going to give everybody. I'm Mike, and out of everybody, I'm definitely the Splinter.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, now it's gonna curve.
Yep.
Coming up next is
Justin.
he is our Superfly.
Ooh.
You see the movie, Superfly is an antagonist. Coming up next is our Donnie.
Kyle.
Yeah, doesn't have enough anger. Because the person after him is our Raph.
Oh, is that me then?
You are Raph.
Nice.
Yeah. And our Mondo Gecko is...
Joe.
Yeah. Now,
I'm intrigued with the Mondo Gecko.
When you see the movie, you'll understand.
I'm kind of shocked. It was 5 of us. There's no Leo and no Mikey.
No. I didn't want to just do the who are we as far as the family goes. I mean, we could do that pretty quickly. I'd still stay Splinter. I think Justin becomes Leo. Vin stays Raph.
Yeah.
I think Joe kind of becomes Donnie in that instance, and you're more of a Mike.
Yeah.
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 Good wavelength, boys.
I'll take them both.
I'm Ice Cube, right?
Yeah, you're Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Who played Mondo Gecko?
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That was
It's not an insult. It is not an insult at all, because he's really
No. Yeah. I never had. No, did I have Mondo Gecko? I think I actually did have the Mondo Gecko action figure.
I might still. I have all my old Turtle toys.
Ooh. Playmates.
Even the blimp.
Ooh.
The Blimp. Yeah.
I got the van and the blimp. We'll get into Turtles in depth later. How's everyone's week? Rant off, Joe?
Yeah, so if anybody has watched our videos, anyone that's been taking place at my house with me on a computer, you see a big, giant, ugly green wall. I fucking hate this wall. So I decided to paint. Turns out the people who used to own this house might have been fucking blind, because all the molding just has gaps in it. I've been caulking, sealing, everything. I hate them. And painting molding fucking sucks.
Painting
I never want to paint molding again.
Did you do it baked?
No, I wish I did it baked.
I was going to say, dude, if you ever do it again, get baked. It's very,
Zen.
yeah. I had a really good time sanding a door once.
Yeah, but now the room is a nice light blue. But don't forget to check our videos out on YouTube so you can see that ugly green wall and be entertained by our awesome videos.
Nice horn, Joe.
Thank you.
Good job. I had a good weekend. It was pretty busy.
I was there for the majority of it.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Some beers were tasted.
Hey, you went to the 12 o'clock one?
Yeah,
I went to the 5 o'clock one.
I know.
Was it the Manna Hopkin? Is what they were called?
Manna Hopkin, yeah.
I bought a hat too.
Ben, you really did go to the 5 o'clock one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was at both, and I didn't see either of you.
What?
Well, I heard you ran into part of our group, but Ashley, myself, Corey, Ella, and who the fuck else was with us? Kevin. We're at like different food trucks from where you ran into everybody else.
Yeah.
We were at the Arepa truck.
Overall, a lot of really good beers. Most of them, like, yeah, whatever. I'm not a huge beer guy. But we experienced a sour that, no joke, this is not an exaggeration, tasted like ham.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
It was supposed
like
to be a raspberry sour.
I'm
Doesn't sound good.
standing off to the side, and Mike comes with his beer, and he's got a weird look on his face, and it's like it's pinkish, right?
Yeah. After Crystal had already told me she didn't like it, I'm like, well, I gotta
Yeah.
try this. Like, it's too bitter. It's too sour. I'm like, all right, well, I like sour.
So she says this, and I'm like, it's raspberry, okay. And like, I take a sip of it, right? I couldn't swallow it.
Yeah,
I spit it out.
I wasn't sure if you were going to do the whole, like, turn your head, wait for a second, and then swallow it, like, power through. You had no time for it.
No, it did straight up taste like ham juice. And not like, it didn't taste like good ham.
Juice.
It was like, it was a sour, right? So,
Yeah,
like, it was so sour that the ham taste made it all come together like spoiled deli meat.
Ew.
Yeah,
It wasn't good ham. Like, if it was like ham,
fucking
it'd be like, oh, this
gross.
is weird, but tasty.
No, it was spoiled ham. The sour made it taste like just rotted deli meat.
I'm picturing like the ham from The Simpsons where Homer got,
Botulism.
you know, yeah, with Apu.
Yeah.
Salmonella. That was it.
Fuck that shit. That beer was fucking I almost walked over to be like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
There was a couple. Was it do you remember what brewery it was?
No, I don't.
I have it written down. I made a list. So we can put them on blast if we want to.
Do it. You fucking
Because
ham.
there was one, Oyster Creek, I think it was. They had these two that had like this artificial sweetener, like fruit flavor shit, dude. I thought Megan was exaggerating, but that was tough to get down. It was like mango something. Gross.
Your fucking ham sour beer.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was from Jersey Cyclone.
Okay.
It was called Eye of the Storm. Because out of everything here, I put notes on all of them. Eye of the Storm just has no. No.
It was very fucking warm too. It was warm.
Ew.
It was, no, not the beer. Like the day was warm. It was very sweaty.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that kind of, like, close warm for a while. Then we got some good breezes.
Yeah, we did get some good breeze. Had some vegan pasta salad.
It was pretty nice for the 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so this might surprise everybody knowing how much I like beer, but I was at both sessions and I had one beer because I did not buy a wristband. I had Summer Shandy from the truck, and that was it.
You didn't taste?
No. No. Because Joe doesn't, I mean, I'll put Joe on blast because I don't care. So Joe's not making as much money as she was, right? Like, because she doesn't get her paychecks from the schools in the summertime. So she's just like getting paychecks for cleaning. And my last paycheck was our mortgage. So, and that was over a week ago. So I basically have, like, I was saving money for gas, basically, to get me to this Thursday. So like I didn't have. So we basically went there with like money for snacks and basically just to let Emery go on like the playground and all the bounty house stuff.
Gotcha.
But like we go there every year, and usually we get one wristband and just share. Because usually there's no like security to stop you from doing that.
There's not. That's what Ashley and I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could walk around in there. I thought you needed ticket for entrance. I might have just not even.
Oh yeah, no, because Ella didn't have a band either. She just came because she was on call for work.
Yeah.
So the only thing the ticket gave you was the lanyard for your unlimited tastings and shit.
And a cup.
Well, that was the cup was though. Yeah. Kyle, your sister made us really cool pretzel snack necklaces that
oh yeah, she was telling me.
Unfortunately turned Mike's neck partially into V.
Yeah, I kind of look like I have fake gold on.
Yeah.
Did she do everybody's like with not Jolly Ranchers, like Lifesavers?
Yes.
Around the necklace, or just some of them?
There was forms of Lifesavers on all of them, whether it was mint or the assorted fruit.
I think there might have been one that didn't, but most at least.
She was saying that the assorted fruit ones just like melted.
They did get got very sticky in the heat.
Yeah, I had to plow through them very quickly.
Yeah. I wasn't looking to give myself diabetes early on, so instead of wearing it around my neck, I like triple knotted it around my belt loop, so it was just slightly hanging next to my balls.
Yeah. Well, I hope you got the minty ones then.
No, I didn't get the minty one. I had the assorted fruits.
Oh.
Yeah, assorted fruits.
Not so good for your balls then.
Some may have called my dick Lifesaver. I don't know.
Never met him.
Me neither. Me neither. But yeah. There's that. So before we get into it, hypotheticals here. But I want honest answers. Okay. Say tonight I win
the break of dawn.
The Mega Millions and win $1.5 billion. And I next week tell you guys, hey, I'm going to invest $100 million into the company. There's the most multi-part question here. First, I offer you...
Will we match your investment? No.
No. First, I offer you to exclusively work for Nerdities, $500K a year, 4 weeks paid vacation, really good benefits, and a $1.5 million signing bonus.
Okay, this imagination porn is fun, but
yes. So first, who's accepting it? Because then I'm going to tell you what your job's going to be.
Well, I think we should all accept it just because I want to hear what our jobs are going to be. But I don't want to speak for everybody. I'll go first, and I will say I will accept the position. But you know me, so you know there's going to be conditions. So I want to hear what my job is first, and then I'll give you my conditions.
Kyle, you would be the office manager on top of, like, your podcasting roles and whatever else. But you would be in charge of operations in the office.
That's smart, because I do that in my office now because I don't have a secretary.
Correct.
Okay, how long are our contracts for?
In perpetuity of the company.
Now, that's poor wording for me, because if you say in perpetuity, that could be construed as a lifetime contract.
Could be.
That's what I'm saying.
But what if at any time someone wanted to quit, then you'd be into a legal kerfuffle because you're in a perpetual contract.
I mean, you could want to quit, but would you want to quit $500K a year for like making videos, podcasts, and comic books?
Let's look at it this way. You've just become a billionaire.
Yes.
You have just become a billionaire.
Yeah.
That could go wrong.
Why would that?
That will go wrong.
Why would that go wrong?
My tradition, now that I know I'm the office manager, is I'm taking the $1.5 million signing bonus, and I'm giving Justin a year. I'm giving Justin 1 year, so they just sold $500,000, and over the end of 1 year, and after making $2 million, I don't like the direction of the company. You're getting my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, again, these contracts are in perpetuity of the company, so...
It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
It can be a thing, because...
no, it's not a thing.
Why not?
Then it's not a job. It's slavery.
It's not slavery. You're making fucking great wages.
No, it's indentured servitude. There is there's difference, and that's still illegal, too.
Okay, it's closer to being slavery than a job.
All right, no, in all seriousness, though, I offer you that money to quit what you're doing. You're going to do it. And
I'm out. No, I'm quitting my job.
Joe's in. Joe,
I'm still going to do what I'm doing, just not for anybody else. Just on the side to this job.
You're working Monday to Friday, so like on the weekends that you never have time to do anything because your wife's got you running around like an asshole, you're going to sit there and draw houses?
No, I'm going to sit there at night after my whole family goes to sleep and draw my house because I now have $2 million.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Joe, you are the head. You are head of the audio-visual department. So
Nice.
You would be in charge of clearly filming our videos, setting up the podcast schedule, running that by Kyle, blah, blah, blah.
Running it by me, that's hilarious.
Well, I have to do any IT stuff.
I mean, if something's broken and you know how to fix it, it would be appreciated.
You would appreciate it, so you don't have to.
I mean, Joe, you're the head. You're the head of that department. Fucking hire an IT guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, what's my budget?
Well, the company would have $100 million. So,
okay.
So hang on a minute. We'll get to that in a second. Vinny.
So maybe your first project is a budget of $100,000, and we'll start from there.
Yeah. Vin, you taking it?
I don't play well with others. I'm unemployable, and I don't know if I'm what you're looking for.
So $500K a year, benefits, 4 weeks paid vacation, and a $1.5 million signing bonus. You're walking away from that. I didn't even tell you what your job is yet because you haven't told me if you're going to take it.
I guess if we're in fantasy land, I would have to. But just know I'm an independent contractor, and if something happens I don't like, I send it back.
Well, as an independent contractor, it doesn't have to give you all the benefits now. I'd take the full-time contract, at least the condensed contract.
I would front load the bonus, be an independent contractor, and I walk whenever I want. Insurance is for nerds. Not paying them.
So, no, you don't want the job.
No, I'm an independent contractor. I'm revising my contract.
No, that's
front
not.
load the bonus
you don't.
and the salary.
No.
Quarterly.
This is the offer. You're taking it or you're leaving it.
Hey, just say you're quitting after a year like me.
You can't quit after a
I
year.
probably would quit after a year, but I would like some sort of control over this situation.
What? Well, you're going to be heading a department.
I will relinquish the salary, and I would take the sign-on bonus as an independent contractor.
Plus stock options.
Plus stock options.
Stock options.
Plus stock options, and I
Sure.
get to be the president.
Of the United States of America.
Of the world.
So with my stipulations, I'm the president, my money's front-loaded, I waive my salary and my benefits.
You're not president.
I get breaks whenever I want, and I get vacations whenever I want.
That's not how that
works. And I might not show up sometimes.
That's not how any of that works.
I would do a no-call, no-show once, twice, 3 times, maybe 4 times a week. And
that's the disrespectful part.
I wouldn't have an excuse. I would just kind of be like,
Vin, to not make this a 45-minute thing, I asked for everybody to be serious. This is a serious question. Are you taking the job or not?
That's my serious rebuttal. What do you say to that?
There's no rebuttal. It's not the offer.
Fine, we'll play it your way, Justin.
Okay, so you're going to take it? You're going to be the head of talent relations.
So like I can bang all the porn stars that we hire?
No.
You do couch casting?
You get to hire some people, but you're also in charge of getting us people to interview. So if you want to go to the old folks home and start rounding up karate journalists, I guess you can do that.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Bode well for his popping up on the show now, does it?
Well, honestly, I've been getting put through the ringer upstairs. That's like totally in the back burner, but I will not forget that. Also, I'll tell you another reason why off air.
Okay. It's Michael.
I don't know, man. It sounds too risky.
Yeah. Okay. Mike, you'll be in charge of our comics division.
No shit, huh?
Just that? Not
anyone else see that coming?
Well, I mean, you want to be like in charge of all the writing, because we'll put you in charge of the.
So you already know how he fills panels. You sure that's the job you want to give him?
Yeah, but clearly I'm the chief operator here. I come to check in, make sure everything's good. We don't have just bubbles on every panel.
So I'm pretty excited that my job is basically running a fucking Google Calendar.
Pretty much.
So I hope everyone's ready for
Kyle,
what I told my office I was going to do if I ever hit the lottery, which is the exact job Justin just said I would do for this office. Show up basically as many days a week as I feel like. Be an office secretary, and then just bug the shit out of everyone else all day, because what's he going to do, fire me? And that's exactly what I would do in this company. So make sure you give me plenty of free time, because it takes about 3 seconds to update a Google Calendar for a meeting.
Well, remember, Kyle, you're also you're the head office guy. So anytime any of these guys need something, they're going to you.
Yeah. Wait, am I like
Michael Scott? Yeah.
Yes.
No, not like Michael Scott. Am I like what's it called? Why can't I think of the name? HR. Am I like human resources?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. I cannot wait to have like an idea box that I never open. So maybe I will be like Michael Scott.
You know what, Justin? You're actually a very wise individual for making me in charge of the talent, because I am also a notary public. And with that, I slip in the page of every contract people sign. I get 35% of everything they do. I own the rights to it.
Vin.
Slipped in at the very end.
Vin.
So this way, I come out on top somehow, some way, like always.
You come out on top because you got a $1.5 million signing bonus.
I know, and then all the talent that we get pumped through, I get 35% of what they make.
Yeah, but it's not.
So
it's
I
not
win.
just.
It's called a win-win-win.
We're not hiring, but you're not hiring like steady actors.
Which is better than a win-win.
You're like setting up interviews and that kind of stuff,
right.
That kind of talent, right? So you're not.
And
you're
then
not. There's nothing.
The standard intern contract. If you blow up, I get 35% of everything you make forever. You're Britney Spears. I'm Britney Spears Senior. So,
Metaphor.
You know what? Maybe we'll just make you the
you already said it.
water
You already
cooler
said it.
guy. You're in charge. You're in charge of snacks.
I really thought the whole build-up for Vin was going to be Justin anticipated a long back and forth, and then he was just going to say he's the head custodian.
I honestly thought that too.
No,
but that's probably because I'm wicked smart. I see an equation on a dry erase board and I solve it.
I was being serious. I was laying out.
My boy's wicked smart.
I was laying out what would happen if I so happen to win. Like, I'm gonna take the company legit. Everybody's gonna get that offer.
Yeah.
What are we now, an underground mafia?
Well, we're like low level legit.
Well, so if you're taking the company legit, is it now because you're a billionaire? Is it now a sole proprietorship, or are we still? Do we still have shares in the company?
No, you would all still have equal. Well, Vinny and Joe would now have equal share of the company as well.
How much would each of our shares be worth, do you think? And would you be willing to buy them from us?
No.
Well, we're not publicly traded, Michael.
Yet.
So,
where is this office?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
That's another good question. Do we have to come into it? Because my life goal is to never have to leave my home.
No, yeah, you definitely have to come to
office
the
manager,
office.
can part of my managerial duties be
Work from
finding a
home?
location and also designing the office?
Sure.
I'm putting
in this
locks on
office-
the outside of all your doors, bitches.
Kyle, could we have a soundstage with green screen and a full production set?
All right,
In this
so that
mythical land of Justin becoming a fucking billionaire, Joe, you can have whatever you want.
Yes!
that was my next question. What's the first item each of you pick for your department? Like the first, like, I need this in order to run this like the best way I can.
That's wait. You want to
Wait, one thing?
I need a
So
massage chair.
the first thing, you need a massage chair.
Yes.
Okay.
A massage chair to relax, to be creative.
Okay.
Do you want my real answer? Because I have a
Yes.
real two-part answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my real answer. It's the easiest first thing to get. Everything else is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yes, I want real answers.
Okay, so my real answer is Microsoft Office Suite,
Okay.
and the second part of that answer is an online timesheet like login thing, because we still use paper timesheets in my office now, and I want to jump off the fucking roof every time we have to go back in time and like find hours. So it's a lot easier when you can just go through a tab on the internet and just enter your hours there. It just saves everything to a fucking cloud. So I would do that. And I would set timers on all your computers too, bitches, so I know when you were there and when you weren't.
I like this. Vinny, what's the first thing you're buying for your department?
First thing I'm buying is a casting couch, obviously.
You cannot have sex with people.
It's not for sex, it's for casting. Don't you have ears?
Yeah,
I know what he's trying to use it for.
it's a casting couch. I'm trying to do my job the best I can do. If I don't have a couch, how the hell am I supposed to interview people?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Like a casting chair?
Yes.
A casting stool?
Casting.
You have the budget. Stop being a cheap ass.
Casting desk with.
They can fuck on a desk.
And you know what? That works. I can do a casting desk.
Even better, you don't have to dramatically throw anything off of a couch, like cushions. No, like you have to clear that fucking desk.
What about a casting fuck swing?
Well, yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
You need a casting Sibian.
Just like as soon as they all right, you can close the door behind you, just goes clunk, 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 ding, 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 ding.
Vin, I'll write this into your contract. You can get a casting couch, and I'll allow you to fuck people that you're casting, but it's got to be an even amount of men and women.
That's fine because
Deal.
I will have a digital prompt every time someone clicks like what gender are you? It just says 50-50. So whenever they click one side, it'll automatically go say for the next person. So it'll always be female, but their identity
Nah,
is
man.
the next one.
Gonna have.
This way I win because I know how to do that with coding prompts because
Doesn't matter
I
if you know how to do
Java,
it.
dude.
Doesn't know.
I'm a
Doesn't
Java
matter.
guy.
I'm also picturing like a little like deli ticket counter, but instead of having a number, it has a safe word. Like each ticket that someone takes.
Yep. Ooh, you get banana.
My job as clearly as the operations manager of this whole thing, I'm going to sit in Vinny's office all day, every day with Vinny.
Nice. Well, you know what? Audiences are kind of what the Cast and Couch is about, I guess, right?
You're gonna see some fucked up shit.
Be like, no, you
Yeah.
can't do that.
It's gonna be like an R. Kelly video.
You know what?
Are you gonna maintain eye contact with him the entire time?
You know what? Even better. I'm not going to do it. I'll have our grandmother sit in that room with him all day.
All right. God damn it.
Fucker.
Just don't forget you made it weird.
Joe, what's the first
Red.
thing?
You want to leave, man? You're gonna want to leave.
What?
On a red.
A bottle of red?
No, buying a red. A camera.
Or a bottle of white.
So I thought he was saying a bottle of red.
No. Buying like instant red camera. Instant.
Gotcha.
You know, if we're shooting, if we're going up into production, we're going with the standard.
Clearly, holidays off. Of course, that doesn't eat up any of your personal time, and we still take the week between Christmas and New Year's because Kyle's a pain in the ass.
Ooh, that means we could do the Nerdities trip to Disney.
We could do multiple trips to everywhere.
As an atheist, does that mean I can make up bullshit holidays on occasion?
You have 4 weeks to do whatever the fuck you want a year with, so I don't
Yeah,
care.
but that's not holidays.
You're non-religious, so you don't believe in holidays.
Yeah, but other people are getting holidays and I'm not because they're religious. Like,
Join a religion. I don't care. Be
Oh,
Jedi.
yeah.
Be
It's kinda
Jedi.
like-
Be Jedi.
it's kinda
Take
like
off
cigarette
life day.
breaks.
I don't give a shit.
You don't get a cigarette break if you don't smoke cigarettes, but you smoke cigarettes, you get hella breaks.
No smoking in our office.
anything?
Well,
What about cigars?
no.
Exactly.
No cigars. No cigarettes.
What if I want to?
So do it on your lunch break in your car.
We should have a cigar bar on the top of the building.
Yes,
I mean,
that's what I want for my office.
That's where the actual bar and the dispensary was going to go. But all right.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So we're basically just buying Miramax's old building, right? If we're going to be all Weinstein about this.
We're not fucking people.
Joe, Vin wants
Oh
to.
yeah, Joe.
Well, yeah,
Do
Joe's.
I get a Matt Lauer button where I
Vin.
lock the door behind you?
Vin, Vin can't because our grandmother is going to be sitting in that room with him every day.
Okay, I want a trap door then. That's what I really want. I want a trap door. If they piss me off, I just go, you know what, dude? Beep.
What are you, Mr. Burns?
Yeah,
Duh.
Rancor down there. I want a Rancor and a trap door.
I'll see how we can work around that legally. If they sign a waiver and acknowledge there's a trapdoor, then I think we're okay. But we can't just have a mysterious trapdoor because in case there's injury, then we're at fault.
Make it an
Yeah.
obvious trapdoor. Like, they have to stand over something that is obviously going to drop out if they say the wrong thing.
It's like the see-through glass ones they have on those drop slides.
And make it look like you're, like, 100 feet up, too.
And you see the bones of the Rancor's
Victims.
food.
But you could do like instead of like a trapdoor, you could do like one of those like vacuum tubes that come down over them and sucks them out, and then like they land on something like a mattress or something like that, so you can still protect yourself from any type of injuries and any type of lawsuit.
Sometimes going down a slide would be a lot easier than getting pulled through a pneumatic tube system. This is not Futurama, Joe.
That's exactly what I was
Living in
thinking.
a realm of reality where they fall into a trapdoor and they get eaten by a Rancor.
Yes, something far more realistic than what you were talking. Was there any other layers to this fun fantasy?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. I always like to, imagine all the people, but how many
Currently,
tickets buy?
I only one. Only one ticket. I'm not rich. I'm currently having an argument with my ex-wife, so if I start getting irritated more and more throughout the show, it's because this bitch is trying to be sassy with me because I'm taking James from like this Thursday all the way till the following Monday because I was supposed to get him for a whole week. And she's like, so you're taking him this long? I was like, you've had 2 full weeks with him already this summer. One from your vacation and one incidentally because AJ took him to a convention over a weekend and I didn't get him until fucking Sunday. So he was at your house for a week then and over a week for your vacation. So I'm taking him for my time. And then she goes, are you taking him back to school shopping? I go, I haven't in years. That's your department. You keep the income tax money now. That was the deal. You kept all of the refund on James, and you are supposed to do what you need to do with it. And I said, I might pick him up a couple things, and she goes, well, school starts September 5th. I was like, okay. I was like, well, he's not going anytime soon. It's still going to be pretty fucking hot. She's like, his shorts are short here. And I was like, well, when was the last time you took him fucking clothes shopping?
You know what, dude? She should be counting her lucky stars because the amount of guys that just cut bait and they're like, I'm not being part of this kid's life and shit like that. Like, it's kind of crazy when you look around the globe and you see that shit. And then, like, you have people like you and my buddy that are, like, fighting tooth and nail just be like, I want to spend a week and a couple days with my son.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad man.
Like, she annoys me with that shit. And then she's getting them for, like, once school starts, she's got them for a weekend because the girls' birthdays are in September. And I think it's the weekend right before the fucking wedding. But this shit annoys me because early on we split the tax credit on James. So back when we were getting, I think it was like $2,000 for him, she'd get $1,000, I'd get $1,000. And then he got his braces. So I was like, we'll just keep all the money, finish paying off the braces, and just, it is what it is. Just use the rest of it to get whatever he needs. And then here we are. Now, mind you, I'm just barely making it by doing what we're doing currently because it's summertime. No one's really buying baked goods. And I don't have like a shit ton of people knocking down my door for vacations yet.
Well, in the meantime, if anybody out there wants to sponsor Nerdities, we'll croon, we'll swoon, we'll plug your business
There's
and
a time,
or product.
A place, Joe, and it's the end of the show.
Yeah, let's move along into the show. Casting. I only have one thing even vaguely remotely close to casting. It was a confirmation. No, it's not even a confirmation. It's a rumor about a character in Deadpool 3.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, I saw this.
One, very interesting. Emma Corrin, I don't quite know her from anything. It's been confirmed that she's going to be playing an antagonist, but who it is up until this point hasn't been known. Yeah, I don't think
Isn't it Professor Xavier's twin sister or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Cassandra Nova. And this would be a really out there character to pull in there.
It'd be cool, though, right?
It'd be cool. But how do you do it without Professor X there? Which makes me think one of, or two, if not both Professor X's are going to show up in this movie.
I'd see that.
If for only a second. To lay out context. Actually, it would make sense for one of them to show up in the beginning and the other to show up at the end just to mess with us. Yeah.
Oh, she plays Princess Diana on The Crown.
Okay. Based on her picture, yeah, I could see her. A little bit of makeup in the right places. She could definitely do that.
What would you have it? Open it up with McAvoy or open up with Stewart?
Stewart. Yeah. So he's looking back on it more. And you get a younger McAvoy where he's finding out about her for the first time. But yeah, that's a weird one. She's basically female Professor X in a lot of ways too, because she's straight up bald.
Yeah.
Very crazy. We had the one trailer that you posted this week. I can't remember any other ones. What was that one that you two?
Two trailers.
So it's fun and games?
All
Was
fun.
it just fun and games?
All fun and games. It's all
That
fun and
looks good.
games until Asa Butterfield's got a knife and gouges someone's face out.
That was Asa Butterfield?
Yes, sir. And Natalie Dyer from The Stranger Things.
I noticed her. She always stands out.
Yes, that is him.
Like, that's two Asa Butterfields put together.
Yeah, he put on a little, but that's okay. That's fine. We're not body shaming.
No, but that's like the thing. Like, he looks like a completely different person because his physique.
I mean,
is
he
still different.
still has the same, like, upper
It's
face area.
His face, I recognize the face. I'm like, I know him from something. Why can't I place him? Because he's now a lot bulkier. Asa Butterfield was a really skinny guy, like beyond me thin. And now he's got a build that looks like it's even bigger than I am.
He looks healthy.
Yeah, it works for him. And he's playing, this kind of looks a little bit like an Evil Dead type of thing.
Yeah. Set in Salem, Massachusetts.
Only he getting possessed. So a little bit more focused. Yeah, it's gonna be messed up. With the pedigree it's got, and shit, the Russos are involved.
Yeah, Agbo, baby.
The guys who made The Strangers. You messed up. What was the other one?
I Am Groot Season 2.
Oh, that's right. I brought that to the table the other day. Looks more fun.
Friend of the show,
I think we know a guy.
Ryan Little brought that to the table.
Doing some wacky shit in that one.
There's a fucking intergalactic ice cream truck.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's going to be silly fun.
I showed the trailer to Zach last night. He got very excited. He said, I am Groot.
I haven't heard him say it yet.
It's adorable. He started watching Guardians 3 with us after you left on Sunday.
How far do you get? Do you have to stop to put him to bed?
Yeah, we had to pause to give him a bath and stuff. But he sat for an hour 10 prior to.
So moving him to get to bed is the only thing that stopped him from watching it.
Yes.
At what point in the show are we doing our group review of that movie?
Coming up, we're done with trailers.
Yeah.
I have
we did want to talk about something else, though, another review.
Yes, we do have another duo review.
Yeah. Well, we might not be talking about the same thing.
Oh, we might
Could
not
be
be.
Review Fest week. We were both talking about it for a hot minute on Sunday. Not this week's episode of Futurama, but the week before.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of the new season. Has anybody else kept up on Futurama yet?
No.
They basically did a Bluey episode.
Yeah.
Because it calls back an event from 20 years ago in the show when Kif got pregnant and gave birth and all the little tadpole things went into the swamp. They come back and Kif and Amy have kids. Wow.
And it's so spot on parenting.
Yeah. They kind of put Amy through the ringer a little bit because she's got when they show a flashback in the beginning that when the babies went into the water, she's like, and when they come out, I'll be ready. I'm not ready now, but I'll be ready. And then 20 years later, she thinks she's ready, and being a parent of not just one kid too. I don't want to say how many there are, but she's got her hands full, and her learning to love being a parent is. Every so often, at least once a season on that show, they'll do one that hits you right in the cockles. And they did it early. Yeah. Unless they got some other ones loaded up. Because episode 3 was fun. It was a Bitcoining episode. They go into the Wild West.
I didn't watch it yet.
To mine Bitcoin. It's excellent satire, but it's not that same emotional kick as episode 2. All y'all's parents should be watching it.
Do you have any other reviews? Because we have another co-review, and I have a separate review.
Nope, that's it.
All right. Finished season 2 last night of Only Murders in the Building. Season 3 dropped the first episode of the new season.
Shit, what's wrong with me? I got Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you do.
I'll do that at the end.
Super good show. Please, everyone, watch it. I need more seasons of this. Mike and I had a cereal the other morning.
Holy shit, I forgot about this.
So, if you remember Food News a few weeks back, we had talked about an icy cereal. And it was the blue raspberry and cherry icy, ICEE flavors cereal. And it promised a cooling effect when you eat it. So, on Sunday, we followed the directions on the box, and it was like, for the super cooling effect, throw this bitch in the freezer for like 30 minutes before you eat it. We're like,
well, no shit, you get a cooling effect that way.
that's what we said. We were like, well, yeah, of course it's gonna be fucking cold. We're putting the cereal in the freezer. So
It's at the beach.
I don't know. Someone does have like loud backgroundy noise going on. That was Vin. Okay. It smells incredible. Like, it smells like a fucking icy.
As soon as you open it, hit you in the face.
Not like that artificial, like, flavoring smell that they do to most cereals. Like, it's still got that, like, mechanical, it's cereal smell. No, this was like, you put your nose in a fucking cup full of icy and you're like, whoa.
But you don't buy cereal for the smell.
No. It tasted great. Like, I thought it was like Crunch Berries, but with like more flavor. But after eating a spoonful, I'm pretty sure I could have given a blowjob without a gag reflex to anybody who had like a 10+ inch cock. Like, for a good hour, after one spoonful of this cereal, the back of my throat and into my esophagus was fucking cold. Now,
I guess we're going to see Pornhub, sponsored by like friggin' icy cereal.
Yeah. So like, we read the ingredients several times, and there's nothing on there that would like lead to you be like, oh, that's what causes the numbing effect. So
liquid nitrogen.
I stopped at a spoonful because, like, there's probably antifreeze in it.
But I keep telling that's not how antifreeze works.
No, I was going to say probably like cocaine in there or something like that.
There's not Coke. We were not very energetic after eating it. No. I wasn't like booking 2 or 3 wrestling companies.
Eating it's different, Justin.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, ask the cocaine bear.
I'm just saying.
I just had breakfast, so I didn't have any room to have an actual bowl. But next time I go over,
yeah,
if it's still there, I'm gonna wreck one. Just giving you more nonsense.
Wait, have any of us ever tried cocaine? Has that question been asked on the show before?
I think it's been asked before. I think we were all like, no, I've done shrooms.
I've smoked a bowl with cocaine in it, but I've never done a line.
Okay.
There you go. That's something.
Yeah.
And they say when you do that, it enhances the weed, and it does. That put me on my ass. I don't know how it did that.
Is shrooms before they were cool and in like yummy flavors of gummy things? So it was just like dirt stuff we put on slices of pizza.
Oh, you did it that way?
Yeah.
I just took them and put them like dip in my mouth for a little while.
No, I ate it.
With peanut butter, yeah.
Nah.
You covered it up? I went au natural.
Well, it was good on pizza.
Oh, orange juice in a freaking blender, yeah. No, it was crazy. Well, that experience was just a lot of fun. Roller coasters and concerts and amazing mirrors and...
You did mushrooms at concerts and shit?
I ate mushrooms and then walked around.
How much?
The town I was living in. I don't remember. My roommate was growing them at the time. And then I bugged out because I had a Terminator 2 moment because we went by a freaking playground, and I just pictured that scene when Sarah Connor's trying to warn everybody, and then the nuke goes off, so I had to leave. And then I listened to Sergeant Pepper, and it was amazing. And then my buddy called up and says, "Hey, we're going to go see Real Big Fish tonight." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And then we rode a roller coaster. It was old school wooden run right by the beach. There was a mirror maze. It was awesome.
I feel like a mirror maze on shrooms. I've never done shrooms, but I feel like a mirror maze on shrooms would really fuck my day up.
Depends where you are on the trip, I think. If you're freaking out already, that can't be good. If you're having fun, maybe it throws you off.
Yeah.
I could do all that on maybe a gram to a gram and a half. Anything more than that, I need to be at home with a blanket, maybe in the woods hiking by myself or with my friends, doing the buddy system.
I think I had a date. I think
One of the dumbest things I ever did was eat like 3 caps and then go to bed.
No, Joe. Never night trip.
No.
Nope.
Nightmares. Nightmares. Straight up like laying on my back seeing demons.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I saw a face in my wall. And it was like freaking the Wizard of Oz, like the great and powerful Oz, like the fucking, the fake Oz. And yeah, just staring at me. I'll never, ever night trip again.
I probably said this before, but like, I don't speak. Like, I'm just like,
K-hold?
all up in my shit. I have like, the first time I did it, not the first time, the second time I did it, I had like an ego death. And then, I would say it's probably one of the most profound moments of my life. Top 7. But yeah, like, I don't know, the whole thing, like going out and doing that shit, dude, you're crazy.
I had to go for a walk after I had it because I started hallucinating that the leprechaun was in the house in which we were in. Not like the Lucky Charms leprechaun, but like leprechaun. So then I decided we walked for a long time, and then I sat outside because I didn't want to go back in the house because the leprechaun was in there.
I never got really too crazy in the visuals. It was all internal.
So this was like late 90s, early 2000s drugs. So, you know.
They were good.
they were strong.
I just remember feeling like the wave, like before you knew it was coming, you'd feel like that wave of like...
Yeah, back here, I'm like my occipital bone, like right behind my ears. You know what I mean? Like it kind of feels like not tense, but like you just kind of feel your brain activating back there. Like, here you go.
Like almost like liquid kicks in.
Something.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do DMT?
No.
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 Is that Ollie?
I'm a weed and Adderall. Oh my god.
It's a dimethyltryptamine. It's a molecule that gets produced in the brain and or the stomach. Science is still out on that. But I may or may not have been able to extract it from the acacia root, or I know someone who may have. And I did it once or twice. It's as advertised, I would say. You definitely see a mandala, and it's like I try to like do the whole like you hit it 3 times and then you blast off and you see like the elves. I didn't see that because it is like the harshest burn in your lungs you'll ever have. But like when I went to go, I took a hit and I gave it to my friend and I was like, and he went to go hand it back to me and then he just turned into a cartoon like. Everything just kind of like rounded off.
It sounds like salvia.
I guess, but I was just like, I can't. I had to close my eyes, and I think where I fucked up, I tried to keep my eyes open, but it was too much because everyone that had their eyes closed had more of like. My one buddy was like just swimming with a giant manatee. He's like, it was great. So for like 5 minutes, his eyes were closed. He's like, I was just with a manatee. Like that's fantastic. Yeah, no, when I did close my eyes, I did see a mandala. Like it was here, and I was kind of coming this way, and I went into it like that. That's about it. But it was interesting. If you have 15 minutes.
All right. It's good that I don't think we ever gone into
our drug history. There you go, kids.
Was there another review you had?
I mean, the rest of us have all watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 now.
Yes, we gotta do that one.
Well, real quick, Righteous Gemstones Season 3, I finished it. Came and went. Fantastic show. I know you guys haven't watched it, but you should absolutely watch it. McBride slays. Kills it. John Goodman, Adam Devine. I don't know the woman's name who's in it, but she steals the show. Absolutely hilarious. I wish I knew her name because she's the funniest one in the show. But Guardians 3, I'll go first.
Okay.
It was okay. You know,
you trying. Look at you.
He's trying so hard
to deny.
It was good. To be honest with you, it was good. Not that great. It was good though, and I cried a few times. I worked out, I coded, and then I got baked, and I sat on I laid on my floor like this, watching my TV, and then I just got all up in my feelings. Any moment there was like feelings involved, it was like 3+ times. I was like. No one's around. Don't hide your tears, man.
Yeah, it was the best Marvel thing I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, me too. There were parts I was bawling at some parts though.
I didn't bawl. I cried. There was tears rolling down the face.
Choked up.
Are we gonna do the cry parts?
We should go for the. Let's see if we're all on the same page with the crying.
Yeah. I just watched it for the third time yesterday and cried again.
Okay, I'll say this. The end, in which Mike said makes him cry every time, did not make me cry.
The very end.
Yes, the very end, the dancing. It made me feel good.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dancing, I was happy at that end.
Yeah.
This was my own fucked up reasons.
I cried 2 times.
When everyone's dancing out of nowhere.
Yeah. 2 times. First one was when Rocket dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has the ethereal meeting with Lila.
I did not cry at that part.
That killed me.
Yeah. And Susan was there and Pot, yeah.
Yeah. The second time was the My Captain scene.
Yeah.
With Rocket.
That almost got me.
With Rocket. Especially because his voice cracks.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's it?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Those were the 2 times that got me.
Okay, the 2 times that got me were not when he died and was talking to Lila. When he came back to life and Mantis's reaction to him being alive.
Nebula's, right?
Nebula's reaction.
Oh, Nebula's. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. That gets me.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the first time I cried. And then Peter meeting his grandfather was the second part that made me cry.
I was happy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes to all 3 of those parts.
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
What a great villain.
Oh yeah. The High Evolutionary would.
Yeah.
I liked him in The Peacemaker. I thought he was great in that show.
So we're watching it, and Ashley goes, "Why does he look so familiar?" And I was like, "Peacemaker," and she's like, "Oh yeah."
He was better than this than he was in The Peacemaker.
He was really good in Peacemaker, but yeah, he was.
He gets to chew the fuck out of the scene, and for good reasons too. He doesn't Pacino it up, but dude, when Rocket freaks out after the escape, and he does that mocking, bro, you are straight up evil.
Yeah.
To give the one finger, when they enter the room. Oh, a prick.
Oh, you got time for us now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got beef with one thing about that character.
What?
So, he's... Alright. Obviously, the name kind of gives away what he's supposed to be in terms of hierarchy in the universe. But he's done all these experiments, right? Based on the movie. He openly says that there's only been one creature created through these experiments that's capable of original thought. And yet, when confronted with the potential of doing something positive for that character, to convince that character to join him, he just fucking flat out is still an asshole to that character.
You know what? That's an interesting thing you say that, because I realized an important part about this one. Like, the first two were about parents. This is Rocket's parent moment. Like, we're seeing High Evolutionary is his dad, and he's a horrible parent.
Yeah.
When your kid figures out something like they didn't know on their own or something you didn't know, isn't that supposed to be the ultimate thing? Like, oh, they're surpassing me. They're going to be okay. That's great. Soon as Rocket figures out something that he couldn't, he's fucking pissed off. So there's no way he'd ever be happy with anything he made working on its own.
He was this movie had some dark moments. Like, if we're saying spoilers, just
final scene,
dude, when he obliterated the new, all those innocent animals, like children,
destroyed a
The whole
planet.
fucking planet.
Everybody.
Like, you know what? Yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Blow it up. And there was none of that T-minus, but no, just like,
No.
I push a button, this place is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've done many times before.
Like, just
Which
like,
is kind of like an ego to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ego wants to be everywhere. If this guy's work isn't perfect, it doesn't deserve to exist.
I fucking hated Quill in most of this movie.
Really? I thought it was one of his best performances. Like, not before, I thought it was his best times as Quill. Like, he was doing the best stuff.
I wanted him and Nebula to get together.
I figured that was just a red herring. Like,
Yeah.
what was he doing that was annoying you?
Well, that's the thing. It's not that I was annoyed by him, but like the way his character was throughout most of it, like not being who Peter really is because he's just fucking wallowing in self-pity. Like the writing was incredible. Like they did that on purpose. It's like writing a good heel character in wrestling. It's like, oh no, bravo for your performance, but like I hate you because of it. So like for him to be sitting there in the beginning just fucking pissed drunk and they're just like, again? Like, yeah, again. And then he's just like, all fucky. And then he's finally like, oh, I'm angry at him for being like that.
Can I tell you who I'm angry at?
Eh,
Mantis.
why?
She was kind of a goon and annoying.
She's kind of always been that way, though.
Yeah, that was the most fun I think they've had with her. Like, I've definitely...
Yeah,
Between that and the Halloween, or the holiday special.
Yeah, they try to like make her like funny and all this, but like I don't know, she like yells a lot and
Her scene with Nebula by the kids, where she just like, don't talk to him like that. I was like, yeah, get it, girl.
yeah.
I really like the way they portrayed Drax in this movie. They finally gave him his due.
I was just gonna say, like, a two-part thing about Drax that was like my favorite things about the movie were the fact that he was the only one that could speak the language of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the whole, like, you weren't meant to be a destroyer, you were meant to be a dad thing.
Yeah.
Right in the
That got me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Finally
thing
seeing him happy.
with Drax, like, when... some of us have complained about, like, the fact that they may have an idiot in this universe. Like, it sucks. But I think it's kind of perfect because he's never had a problem with his intelligence. And he serves a perfect role in there helping Nebula realize what's wrong with her. And that whole... the thing in the end, when he dances, that's one of the ones that gets me. Like, the things about those scenes that get me, it's like, finally being able to accept happiness after all the shit they've been through.
Yeah.
How they're just able to have that moment.
I liked it. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. I was going to pose a question to the group, but go ahead.
I liked, the way they did Adam Warlock. It wasn't too overshadowing. He's not the version we see in the comics.
Yeah, I figured there would be a lot of people who would stick with when it comes to Adam Warlock. Have a problem with him.
If we were introduced to him before Infinity War, and we got this Adam Warlock, I would have been like, no. But
yeah, he had popped up in Infinity War or something like this. There's no room for him. But
right.
in this scenario, yeah, it's perfectly fine. And his redemption arc demanded a bit of stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Is part of your questioning the Adam Warlock thing the fact that he kind of got redemption in the movie he was introduced in? Because I feel like I wish they hadn't done that in a way.
To have him kind of slink off and come back later in a different movie?
Because now, obviously they can write whatever the fuck they want, but in my opinion, he's already saved Quill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's already shown that his redemption, and it seems like at the end of the movie, he ended up being more mature than he started. So, how are they going to portray him as kind of like a gray area character going forward if he's already willing to save a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like after just meeting the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think they set it up pretty well in there that he was imperfect. He was flawed. He needed more time to bake, basically. I think he needed more time to become a lot more complex. He was not stupid and childish. I think now he's innocent and a little smarter and a bit childish. And then as you show him a few more times, you could add some shades of gray in there. Like he's made some bad decisions in his life. Maybe he keeps making them. And maybe as he's getting smarter and smarter, he's realizing his duality.
Yeah, I read that a lot of people thought he was a wasted character. I didn't really read much comics, as you know, so I didn't care either way.
Yeah. He couldn't be farther from his comic book version in so many ways. He's very stoic and very speechified in the comics. This was fucking Adam Warlock embryo. But for the story, I thought it fit very well.
I would say comparatively, I would say to me it's the same ballpark as what they did to Ronan the Accuser, except for what they did with Ronan bothered me more in the first movie.
I could see parallels, but I think overall they did a lot more with Adam Warlock.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's hard for me to complain about what they did with Adam Warlock, knowing what they did with Ronan the Accuser. I think Adam Warlock definitely got served better than Ronan did. So, it's not even the worst done character in those three movies.
Yeah.
The question I was going to pose to the group was about, so did they or did they not come out and say the Guardians of the Galaxy are done? Or just this iteration of the team?
Is the original iteration of the team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about it, I think I asked the question, which characters do you think are moving forward? And we all obviously said Drax would not be. And I think we all assumed that Pratt was too big now to come back as Quill. So it was kind of the assumption that those two were definitely out. And it seems like we were definitely right on those two characters.
Well, they do at the end that says Star-Lord will return.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you watch the post-credits?
I watched the mid-credits scene. I didn't see the end.
Yeah. There's a bit with him talking with his grandfather, just over breakfast. It's funny stuff. It's the kind of conversation you'd have with a family member. And then they do a little tag at the end. The legendary Star-Lord will return.
I'm going to have to fast forward through that.
I was off camera. I heard what you were saying about Adam Warlock. Just want to throw in my opinion on the whole thing. I mean, they did cover that she released him from the egg, like early, right?
Yeah, he's not completely cooked.
So at least they, they covered that. We were never going to get the comics version of Adam Warlock because the connection that he has in the comics don't exist for all we know currently.
Yeah, I just mean, like, if they're going to use him moving forward, I would have kind of liked him to end the movie more as, like, a teetering character, rather than, like, have him save one of the heroes.
I think he needs... I mean, in the comics, he's pretty much a hero, right?
Yeah, he's had moments where his power has corrupted him.
Right.
And like, they had the old Magus thing. They could go down that road, too, if you want to see different versions of him. But yeah, he's always been a positive force. But for the most part, he's been a positive force.
Moving forward, clearly he's a member of the Guardians.
Yeah, so which he's done.
Right. So he's not going to have, again, they're not going to have that connection to Infinity Stones or anything like that, as far as we know. I don't know what they're going to pull off with Secret Wars or whatever, but, like, after watching this, I was like, it's still possible for Marvel to knock him out of the park, right? They really need to tighten the fucking reins, because it's not that the movies have been super crappy. They're just not doing what we're used to. And, like, Mike is compared to Phase 4 to, like, the original Phase 1, and I don't even see that, because at least there was a bit more connectivity. I wasn't feeling that Phase 4 at all. But I really liked what they did with the Guardians. I like setting Peter back on Earth at the end. Clearly he's going to be a part of whatever shit's going to go down on Earth soon. Because, again, he's like one of the only bigger name heroes that this fucking planet has currently.
And like we were talking about the other day, he's one of the only big names that they can keep around. They need someone Star-Lord's level to be... who knows, maybe the next phase of the character is he's more responsible. So he's an actual leader. That comes back to one of the things that I loved about the movie. They were such a fucking cohesive unit.
Yeah.
They obviously spent the time between Endgame and this movie training Groot to be a fucking beast. Because he was a spec ops monster.
Bro, when he goes
full kaiju,
full kaiju, and when he goes Octo Groot,
yeah,
that was awesome. I think
Army Groot.
Yeah. I think that was like, having watched this movie, I'm really happy that they showed him the way they did in the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And then just cut off his whole body at the beginning of this movie. Yeah. Because that was... So many people had beef with him looking like a fucking bodybuilder. And then there's just like, oh no, now he's a head. What happens now?
And
they still went back all buff.
Fucking
like,
King Groot,
yeah, right.
King Groot at that fucking end credit scene.
Yeah. Massive... What they're calling him King Groot, basically?
Yeah, because he's got like the fucking crown thing going on.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a movie with that setup of characters. I hope Cooper comes back. It's like, it's no fucking skin off of his nose.
Yeah, it just goes in a recording studio. Just don't have gun, writing.
Yeah. You need someone with a really interesting sense of storytelling and sense of humor to keep that tone.
So, Mantis went with Drax at the end of the movie, right?
She took off with her, Batman creatures. Drax around.
Drax and Nebula, take care of the kids.
Basically, mommy and daddy of nowhere.
Oh, now. Drax and Nebula.
Yeah.
It was. So does that mean Nebula's out too then? Yeah. Going forward.
I could see her kind of being like Valkyrie, where she's administrative, but when the shit goes down the next time these characters are together, she's always going to fucking throw fists. Speaking of fists, the final version of her arm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the explanation of it too.
Yeah. I love her her entire arc in this series might be the best thing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
She was despicable in the first Guardians. Like, she was willing to destroy, like she said, I'll destroy 1,000 worlds if you help me kill. Like, I don't care what you do as long as I get what I want. To who she is, like 6 movies later. Being the person to tell the sister that was better than her morally, get your shit together.
Yeah.
It seems like the moment Tony told her she actually won was that tipping point for her character.
Yeah, 'cause she was still very angry coming out of Infinity War, but then spending that time with Tony. And then the time with Rocket, dude. We said it before.
Yeah.
When she hears his voice,
But yeah, Guardians was good.
This is why I'm looking forward to the next Superman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Potential. They've actually got potential again. Okay. Friday, I went to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Kind of weird they got Mutant in there twice, but it's a weird movie. And that's a good thing. I came out of this thing so fucking happy. They did an incredible job with these characters, I feel. They did a great story, too. And everyone gets a lot of time. Everyone gets a lot of good laughs. And if you like Seth Rogen movies, that style of comedy, you're going to love this. It's got an Apatow thing to it, but not that kind of rambling shit, because obviously it's animation.
Right.
The first time ever they actually feel like teens. Their motivations are teen motivations. They make stupid kid decisions. The group dynamic is slightly less heightened than the classic. Leo is still uptight. Donnie's smart, but he's not like super smart yet. Raph he's not like angry movie Raph, but he's confrontational. He's a bit brash. He's got massive anger issues. Mikey's he's not full cowabunga, but he's the chillest one of the group. They give Splinter a full Jackie Chan fight scene, as they should. Yeah. And the way they use all the other mutants in this thing, the fact that they come into this with like 10 other mutants and their backstory together, it's a weird tweak on the classic, but it works so well. I like this universe and I want to see more of it.
How's Leatherhead?
Not in there a ton, but they say it's a she.
Okay.
And I was expecting Rose Byrne to do like a guy voice. I'm like, oh, let's be silly. No, it's just Rose Byrne.
Great.
Yeah. Everyone does solid voice acting. Like I was saying before, Mondo Gecko, he does get a lot of time because, it's Rudd. You're going to get Ant-Man time. Guardians 3 made me realize how they could have fixed Quantumania. The voice of War Pig, the thing that goes to get Rocket, was Judy Greer.
Yeah.
Who is Scott's ex-wife.
Yeah.
If they had just kept all those characters in there and had them doing something in the real world, that would have given that movie like 20% more interesting.
Think.
The fact that we didn't have Louise...
20% more?
20% more. I'm not saying good. I'm saying interesting. My only problem with Mutant Mayhem, and I think this might have been an aesthetic choice, is that all the humans in it, except for April, look like fucking sloth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they all have like lopsided body. They all have some dysmorphia going on. But I think that's a design to make it look like humans are ugly on the outside and the inside, because that's an important part of the story. Them trying to get into the real world, to get out of the sewers, and whether or not people would be okay with that. Totally check it out. I mean, it'll be home in a month, so whatever it comes to, probably going to be on the cock.
I would say Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's right, it's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah, definitely will watch it. It's the highest rated on Rotten Tomatoes Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah.
It deserves it. It's even better than TMNT, and that was really good.
That was a good
I
one.
liked TMNT. after credit scene? Anything like that?
Did they? Yeah, I think. Yeah, they did. They did. It intros the next villain, and the two everyone thinks it'll be.
Of course.
Well, that was my question. Is Splinter just all rat? Is Splinter...
He's all rat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not the cartoon where he's human and then becomes a rat.
No. It's basically all animals turned into humanoid forms.
Alright, so was he the pet of...
Nope.
Alright, so...
I'll give this away. He has gotten, as far as we know, he's got no backstory with anyone named Hamato Yoshi or Rokusaki.
Okay. Because I'm...
I'll tell you how he learned martial arts. And it might be the make or break part of the movie when you learn that. You might just be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Or you might be like, fuck this, they've completely abandoned lore.
Mm.
I boycott.
I just... Because if you said it's Shredder, without saying it's Shredder, usually there's that connection with Splinter and Shredder. So, doesn't sound like there will be.
Unless they figure out a way to backdoor it.
No Rokusaki, no Vinny. Get out of my face. OG TMNT. When did it come out, Justin? 1992?
90, I think.
Wait.
89.
Wait, the cartoon?
Like
89. No, dude.
What?
Real one.
87?
The comic?
Joe, we're going to fight, dude.
The
real movie.
The real movie.
Oh, okay. That was
like 90.
The 89, I think.
89, I'm pretty sure it was 89.
Yep, the Foot Clan was giving out cartons of cigarettes to teenagers.
Regular or menthol?
Yeah, Casey Jones. Just did he ever shower? No one knows. Still got April O'Neil.
Sam Rockwell was third in charge of the Foot Clan.
Yes, he was.
You know?
They actually used their weapons, not like the second one.
1990 it came out.
1990.
Yeah, dude, I read something about that recently. Like, people were, like, mad they used their weapons. I'm like, that's...
Angry parents.
Yeah, parents groups and, like, the MPAA were concerned.
Yeah.
So they do not... I don't even think they have them on them in Secret of the Ooze.
They do have them.
No.
But they don't take them out?
They don't use them.
Oh, that movie's dog shit.
Pepperoni nunchucks.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a Ninja Rap reference.
Oh, sweet.
So, like, wearing the weapons and not using them, maybe not that big of a deal for Mikey and Raph, but for Leo and Donatello, having that shit on your back while you're trying to fight anything is like, what a fucking impediment.
Yeah, what an absurdity.
I think Donnie uses his, but he doesn't use it to fight people. He's like pole vaulting over shit and
yeah.
Well, Leo's thing was always like he never used his swords as like hack and slash. It was more so to like disarm and crafty ways.
He has very Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Splinter never taught them to kill people, like to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I find that whole thing bullshit. Parents, A, probably didn't watch the fucking movie. B, it was probably like 3 women in like a white tower who were just like, oh, ninjas, fuck that, not my kids.
You're describing
like Tipper Gore.
It probably was Tipper Gore. But the Coven of Witches trying to take on their mortal enemies, turtles?
We're gonna get a fucking email from the Hall of Karens because of that.
Good.
Bring them on.
I welcome it because we're the Hall of Papas. Come get some. We say kids can smoke menthols and have swords.
Well, as a former smoker, I don't think a kid smoking menthol. No.
I give that a 9.95.
There we go.
Boom.
All right, news times.
Yeah. I've got none. I've got literally no news.
Oh, cool.
I can't talk about the news.
All right, that's not news anyway. The Visual FX Union is a potential thing that is happening due to Marvel's VFX crew, the majority of them, coming together and be like, we're going to fucking unionize because we can't make these outlandish deadlines that the studio is putting us under. And
it's interesting about this story. It's not just Marvel, because they outsource to a lot of places.
I agree.
But because they're such an important force, they demand so much special effects. Like, they're a huge chunk of the special effects pie. It's like, yo, Marvel, we're coming right for you first. We're going to unionize, and you're going to have to make sure these motherfuckers are okay with it. But yeah, good. They need to. They're being worked like fucking dogs. That they should make a union, and video game designers should make a union.
Yeah.
Or they should make one.
Yeah.
Well, I think this will open up the door for more realistic takes on superhero movies, a la Nolan, because people are going to want to wait 7 years for the effects like catch up to what they want them to be, and people actually doing it. Because I don't know how long it actually takes, but when they do come out, no one's satisfied.
They used to be.
Yeah.
Because they used to have the time to get shit right. Now they're not.
Yeah.
Because there's too
they
many.
get like a week for each shot. And that's
It's
just
too
not.
many projects is the problem.
Yeah.
James Gunn has revealed that the DCU animated movies that they're going to be making that ties into other DCU projects are going to get theatrical releases.
Fuck yeah! Smart if you want it to be dovetailed in with live action theatrical stuff.
That's cool. That's where DC's been killing it with their animated movies.
Yeah, I started watching Doom and Gotham.
That's a pretty cool one.
It takes place in like the early 1900s, late 1800s, I think.
Yeah, that's all Lovecraft and shit. That's like monsters, but they use a lot of characters in that one. It's pretty twisted.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
On the other hand, for Warner Brothers Discovery, it was released that upon their launch of Max, the merger of the HBO Max Discovery units, they lost 1.8 million subscribers.
How?
Because people were like, I don't like this.
And it could be a lot of redundancy too, because is that 1.8 million from both? So there might be people who are like, oh, I've already got a Discovery. I'm going to cancel it, or do they just count that as like it just becomes one?
It was 1.8 HBO Max subscribers dropped.
Okay.
With the merger.
Yeah, because like you have to download a new app. How many of those people were just like?
That was a lot of the problem.
Yeah, like boomers. Like, I'm not downloading another app. I got somebody else. I'll get an app. Delete.
It even pissed me off.
Yeah.
I go, it's 2023. It's an app. Download it. Stop living in the past. Learn your shit. Stop being ignorant.
But it was very easy for them just to automatically reformat and update the fucking HBO Max app.
Yeah. It was a poor decision.
It's super fucking easy, Joe.
Yeah, but they probably have like newer prompts and stuff like that.
It's the same shit. It's the same shitty setup. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It is, but there's probably something in there that makes it easier for them to respond.
Probably.
It's the same.
That's what I would say.
It's the same
It's not for
craptacular
no reason.
interface. It is my least favorite streaming app interface. Is fucking Max.
Mine's Peacock because that's the only one we have that has commercials in it. So fuck that.
But the interface is easy to use. You go to movies. Here's the categories. Click on the category. Scroll. You're good. They
did take away a lot of things with the Max.
That too. And the only other streamer that has like a worse setup than Max is fucking Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Prime's video thing is just how Tomorrow War is both a rom-com, a thriller, a horror movie, a sci-fi, and a 90s throwback is beyond me.
Bro, that's like all the streaming services though. Like, if I had a nickel for every time I saw like Scream under comedy, I'm like, what the fuck?
I've screen grabbed 2 of them. I gotta see exactly what it was. I'm pretty sure it had Transformers under romance. No, that's what it was. A Night at the Roxbury is under romance.
Okay.
Transformers was under critically acclaimed.
Yeah. Hey, that first one was.
Roxbury was a romance, that's right.
I mean, I think it actually would have been funnier if those were flipped.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 3 is happening with Gal Gadot, apparently.
Or is it?
According to her.
Yeah.
She's like, I already talked to...
No one told her yet.
Talked to James Gunn and Pete, and we're all on board, and this shit's happening. So I wonder if the conversation was, well, we're definitely doing another Wonder Woman film. Not with you, but we're definitely doing another Wonder Woman film.
What if the entire reset is just bringing everybody back except the Flash?
Well, they're not going to bring back Batfleck.
Or Keaton.
I know they're not going to do it. It would make me so happy if they brought back literally every other actor.
Joe, Keaton's not part of that fucking universe, dude. Even in The Flash, he's not part of that universe. He's not part of the DCEU.
But they're not going to bring him back.
Of course they're not.
Besides, he's got Clooney now.
Why would they bring him back, Joe?
Spoilers, they kill him.
No, fucking Christ, Joe. I know, dude. I'm saying, why would they bring him back for a universe if they're going to bring back characters from the DCEU? Why would they bring back Keaton? He's not from the DCEU.
Is it a DCEU movie?
He's not getting it. I don't know why he's not getting it.
I don't know why he's not getting it. I don't fucking get it.
He's being defensive. He doesn't want to admit he made a mistake.
Because Flashpoint Paradox, bro, they can do whatever they want. Different time warp sloops.
Yeah, right. He went to a different universe. Not the DCEU.
Different DCE universes. Right, Joe? Back me up, dude.
Vin, shut up.
It is a DCEU movie.
Oh, 2 beats 1. So,
I'll try to describe it to him. You see, there were multiple movies where Ben Affleck played Batman in a continuity. Yes. And if they were going to bring back all the characters from that continuity, it would be Ben Affleck, not Michael Keaton.
Right.
See, I disagree. I think Ben Affleck played Ben Affleck dressed as Batman.
No, you just don't like that. You just don't like Ben Affleck.
He was cosplaying in the universe.
Alfred, we have to do everything that we can if he's an alien. I'm acting.
Here's some science for you. Smelling tears influences sexual arousal.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's not a science tailored for yourself, what's the blog name? Just in Time?
I fucking love science.
Oh, those hacks?
How dare you?
Hacks, I say.
How dare you, sir?
I forget where they lost me, but I remember I was just like, they're not science at all. They're nerds.
Nerds. They never said they were scientists. They just say they love it.
Yeah, they love it. Yeah. They fucking love it.
They're groupies. They're science groupies.
Fucking love when other people do the science.
Yeah, they love faux science.
Split the fucking atom! Fucking split it! Yeah!
Did you guys know George Lopez is in Blue Beetle?
Yeah. Yep. Saw the trailers, you know.
Batman's a fascist.
I'm out. I won't see it.
Disney's launching a Marvel crime series about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage.
Can I address the fact that you are giving Vinny nothing?
Yeah, I'm not. You didn't have to address it. It was intentional.
I know. I just needed to say it out loud.
It was dead air, so I was just trying to fill it in with my refined opinion.
Through their imprint, Hyperion Avenue, Disney Publishing Worldwide will be releasing a series of 3 original novels intended for a mature audience. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil will each be receiving their own novel. Oh, these might be the first couple books I've picked up since finishing Ready Player 2 and the Young Bucks autobiography.
You have Ready Player 2.
I do.
Can I borrow it?
You can.
For like 2 years until I actually finished it.
It took me about 2 years to fucking finish it.
Yeah.
I'd let you borrow my copy, but I still haven't read it. It's staring at me. Mocking me.
There is an adults-only version of Uno. Uno is experimenting with the meaning of +2 and wild cards with a new version of Uno Dare, made specifically for adults. Mattel recently released a new version of Uno Dare, a game that incorporates various dares into the popular lightweight card game. The version is an adults-only version with prompts that are very, very spicy. Some dare cards, previewed by comicbook.com, there are 4-level prompts ranging from mild to fuego. Mild prompts range from bark like a chihuahua to do a supermodel runway walk across the room, while the fuego prompts include hump the couch and let another player spank you.
Those are the Fuego?
Those are 2 examples of fuego.
We used to play an adult version of
Fuego.
What?
They're not very good examples of Fuego.
Well, I didn't write
Let
the article.
another player spank you?
Yeah.
And hump the couch.
Hump the couch.
That's not very Fuego.
Well, I'm sure if you go deeper in the deck, do a rail of coke off of a fucking
Now, if one of them was let another player hump you,
walk the white mile, I don't know.
That's a little spicier.
I can guarantee you there's no card that has the word butt plug on it.
Yeah.
They're not going to go that far.
Yeah. Hump the couch. Were we 13 discovering our boner for the first time?
Make yourself a hot pocket. Make sure it is definitely cool, and then fuck it.
You know those little kid toys that, like, when you grab them, they try to get away from you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The impossible dream.
The last stuff I have here is Kyle's favorite segment. It's food news time! Woo!
No, there's not enough time left in the show.
Food news
Sorry.
time.
Cut for time.
Food news. Warheads.
Cut for time.
Warheads
Anyone else vote cut for time?
soda is coming.
It would have been over by now.
Peach
Cut for
flavor.
time.
Peach flavor Warhead soda coming to a grocery store near you soon. In case anybody ever wanted to drink a fucking Warhead.
Nope.
Oh, it's been a dream of mine.
Mrs. Butterworth's and Dunkin' Donuts are doing a collab. A new Dunkin' glazed donut flavored pancake syrup is hitting the store shelves this fall.
Nope.
The way around.
AKA diabetes in a bottle. Get your type 2 here.
Nutella is launching a new flavor. I know, it's shocking.
These nuts?
Nutella peanut. So, chocolate peanut butter.
Or hazelnut peanut butter?
No, not hazelnut. It is peanuts and chocolate.
I know.
What?
No, Jill's she recently came downstairs and she heard Vinny say, get your type 2 here. And she goes, off to the side, she goes, I appreciate that he said type 2.
Yeah,
I know why. I'm sure he knows why too, because that's why he fucking said it.
Yep, I got an A+ in AP 1 and 2, so I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
So, Nutella peanut butter. Delicious.
That actually sounds pretty good. I might try that.
Yeah. Sabra Hummus is launching 3 new flavors based on condiments. Buffalo Hummus, featuring Frank's Red Hot. Stubbs Barbecue Hummus. And a Southwest Ranch Hummus.
You know what? Maybe if before the show you run the food news by me, and then I'll say what has value to actually make it to the show, because the last 2 you gave were not awful.
Yeah, you know what? If we can circle back to the office manager, I think he should also be showrun producer, and all lists run through Kyle.
Maybe just I do the final editing.
Joe,
the show.
As a talent scout, I approve that. Slam the gavel.
That's Joe's job. Joe's audiovisual. He's the podcast producer.
For what?
I'd be producing.
He'd be producing the podcast. So if that was a thing that any of us had to vet stuff through anybody, it would be through Joe. That's literally his fucking job.
Well,
I don't think so.
He's the head of the audio and visual department, so yes.
Production.
Yeah.
Kyle's the manager.
No, not organization.
And also, like, if Mike's head writer of the writing stuff, it will also have to go through Michael.
But it's not unique thought. It's just topics
So
that
I'm
exist.
just saying, it would not go through you or Vinny. Definitely not Vinny.
It would go through. What would go through?
Well, as the talent organizer,
Do we want to keep food news like going? We still have a whole nother show to do. Or we want
Yeah, I
to
know.
get through this?
I wanted to cut it for time. No one else voted with me. It's not my fault.
I can't cut it for time. You won't shut the fuck up.
You could cut it for time. You already started, so now you can't cut it for time.
I think they call it the filibuster.
Stewart's.
The filibuster.
Stewart's, famous for their root beer and other delicious sodas, is launching a maple French toast cold brew coffee.
That doesn't sound bad.
See?
And the hand of the bounty hunter, Boba Fett, comes out of the Sarlacc pit.
Apple Pie Toast Crunch is hitting shelves again. Limited time edition, fall flavored. It's delicious. Who doesn't love some apple pie flavored toast crunch cereal?
You've ever had it? I have no
It debuted last year.
Explains it.
I never understood why M&M's minis existed. However,
They're kind of better than the other ones.
However, M&M's minis peanut butter
Okay.
are coming.
It's tiny Reese's, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
no,
It's tiny peanut M&Ms.
peanut
Peanut
butter.
butter M&Ms.
Yeah,
But at that size, like, how can you even have much chocolate inside there?
I don't know. I'm not a chocolate scientist.
Because they have a thick candy shell. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I think your head's got a thin candy shell.
I fucking can't handle you.
Oh, that was good.
I'll be here all week.
And that is the end of food news.
My God. I can't talk.
Okay, does anybody have a sucks to be you, or what's serious fuck, or a douche?
I got a douche.
So I got to nerd.
I have a what the serious fuck. When did George Lopez get in Blue Beetle?
Did they cast it? He's been in every trailer, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the Batman's a fascist guy.
Oh, really? Okay, then that.
That's probably why you blocked him out, because you're like, oh, how dare he?
No, because I think I did my thing where I watched like the first 15 seconds.
Well, he's in like the first 15 seconds of every fucking Blue Beetle trailer. So.
Well, then I probably cut it at 14.
Well, probably.
But that stinks.
What, that he's in it?
Yeah.
Why? I like George Lopez.
Portuguese.
Oh, are you being racist again? All right, anyway, douche of the week.
Oh, God.
The Ron DeSantis appointed Walt Disney World Governing District has abolished all diversity and equity and inclusion programs, it said this week, in a move that continues the Florida governor's war on diversity promoting programs in the state. Any DEI job duties would also be eliminated. So, fuck you, Florida. Get your shit together and get that ass hat out of office.
He's a good kid. Might be facing jail time.
Yeah, he's being thoroughly investigated right now.
Yes, he is.
Things good out there. Anyone else have any nerds? Because I got a really fun one.
I got a good one.
I was going to throw out just like a nerd for, because the new TMNT movie, that was Rogan produced that, right?
Yeah.
So props to him, because like recently in interviews and I guess people working on it, animators working on that project, were giving him shout outs for the fact that he was pushing for like a 40-hour work week for animators to not, burn themselves out working on his film, because he wanted a more relaxed workplace and not having them killing themselves trying to pump that project out.
Good for him.
Yeah.
It's good. He's a good mensch.
He's a mensch. My nerd this week is Cleo Thomas.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we all saw this, right? He played Zero in Holes. Won a Mortal Kombat tournament at DreamCon in Austin, Texas. Now, it's hard enough in one's life to be in a Hollywood movie. and a beloved one. Holes is beloved. And it's tricky enough to win a gaming tournament. There's a lot of really good players at these tournaments. To do both of those things, but also dress like Powerline from the Goofy movie while you win that tournament.
Nice.
That's the nerd trifecta right there. Come on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My nerd of the week is Post Malone. Did not know he was a Magic the Gathering collector.
Yeah, is he the one who bought it?
He is the one who bought the One Ring card for over $2 million.
That's insane. But, given its rarity, it's actually a good investment, because a celebrity, it's now the only version of it in the world, and it's been celebrity owned.
Yeah.
So it's probably gone up $1 million. Easy.
Probably.
So yeah, nerd stuff. Yay. The end.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
Fucking wrap it.
Alright, as always, if you like what you hear, and like us on Facebook.com/nerdities, follow us on Twitter @nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com and check out nerdities.com.
Most importantly, go to nerdities.myspreadshop.com and buy stuff as Joe's crumbling paper in the background.
Sorry. Looking for a charger.
That's where you'll get all your Nerdities clothings. Aprons, baby onesies, ankle socks, male tank tops for people like Vinny who like to rock them in the gym. Hoodies.
Hemp bags.
Sweatpants, hemp bags. It's all there. Also, you can go to can'tstoptheroaddrop.myspreadshop.com and buy the shirts from that podcast. That broke the top 100 already. Humble brag. Number 90 last week. Bitches. And go to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. That's CINNFUL, creationsbyjustin.com. Get your sweet treats. I'm not a sweet person, but that's because all of my sweetness goes into baked goods to fill your pie holes and fill your bellies and make you happy and me miserable, except I love money.
Speaking of money, if you want to sponsor Nerdities, write us at nerdities@gmail.com. We'll croon, we'll swoon, we'll plug your product and or business. Check us out on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe to us. We have fun videos. We want to do more of them. We are doing more of them, so check them out. Like them. Drop a comment. Subscribe to them. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
Your opinion of the Nerdities crew, idiotic and point that out, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Fuck bye.
And why should I care?
Drop